Okay, so what I have to do, I have to work according to the client's budget. So I can't just get everything done the way I like to do it. I have to wait until she is financially prepared or wants me to continue a project. So what you've seen today is just me finishing up some things that should have been done long ago. Like I had started some demolition, but the pipes that came on sale, so I had to stop doing that to do the plumbing. But here's some more of the demolition here. As you see, I've knocked down this part of the wall here. This used to be the opening and still is the opening, but as you can see, all the drywall is gone. It was a nice curved arch. Since we're updating this house, no need to continue those arches. That kind of shows it being dated. We're gonna have nice, clean, straight lines. So I'm gonna take this opening here and I'm gonna move it over here. So I gotta knock out these studs and reframe this to an opening, just like I did over there in the back kitchen door there. You remember it used to be pretty much right there, but I framed it in and moved it over there. We're doing this so that way there'll be more utilization of the wall area, because this where I'm in here at now is the living room. And the living room, you don't want to have this opening right here because you can't really do much with this space. So we move this over here. Then you have all this wall plus this wall plus that wall plus that wall for whoever to do whatever they want to do with it. Um, so I got a lot of mess to clean up. I'm I'm taking my time and dumping it in the city trash can. Okay, as you can see, what I've been working with here is working with this wall. I have to work with the native 2x4s here. And if you ever wondered why they call it a 2x4, well, these old lumbers was the actual size, 4 width here, 2 width there. The newer lumber don't be that way. It be a nominal size, or the actual size I should say, which is the 2 inches like 1.5, and the 4 is 3.5. But these are the actual 2x4, and this is some hard wood. I tell you that it's hard to cut this wood. I might need to upgrade my power tools, but what you're looking at here is me finally getting this framed open. Put me a header up here, and got that jack stud, king stud, jack stud there, and got some cripples up there. I didn't have to do all that, but I had the extra wood, so I figured I'd use it. Now I just took down these two pieces of lumber, these two studs. They were like right here and there. Now I'm gonna properly space them in this wall space so this could be framed out just right. But just giving you an update of what it is. It's like I'm back and forth. After I finish this, I'm gonna be working on the electrical. Yeah, I got circuits to run. I got wires. I got Romex cables to run all through this house. So it's gonna be a big project, but it's just getting this part done first is the challenge, because you got to get everything framed in before you can start running these cables, because you can't be framing in and then you can't be running cables and then framing in later. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna work. You have your cables in the way, and no one's gonna work around that. So you see, I got a mess to clean up here. I gotta get this dumped and that dumped and get this all swept up. Patching my floor here. See, this used to be the opening. This used to be the opening right here. No, I'm sorry. This used to be closed in, and there was a sole plate here. This was this had hardwood flooring in between here. I took that out because I'm gonna replace the hardwood flooring and put it over here. So now this has a sole plate. So this used to be your opening. Let me back up. From here over used to be the opening. Now that's gonna be closed up, and this would be your opening. And now all that wall from here over will be utilized. Okay, it's complete. Studs 16 on center. We got this wall framed. Now I gotta put a little furring strip right here. That down there. Yeah, if you remember, this used to be sheetrock and everything used to be here, sheetrock and plaster. Instead of trying to smooth that over, I talked the client into this, let me tear it down. So I tore it down. There was a whole lot of ugly looking furring strips in there, and they were like all like someone had framed out a little box right here. I don't know what happened. I took that out, and I got to take a fill in this space and run one straight down there, so we can have a nice 16 center to nail my drywall to when we get the drywall in. Uh, I'll show you what happened in here. Here's the bathroom, laundry area. You look here, this has gotten bigger because it started to fall. So I cut that out so it could be a nice straight piece drywall that can go in there, and all that'll be taken care of when it's time for drywalling. Here's the mechanical room. As you can see, the items are in place but not installed yet. They're just here sitting momentarily out of the way. You're going to have the furnace there and the hot water heater, and there's your piping that will connect to them. You'll see all that finished, and straight up there will be where the duct work goes. I took that loose yesterday, and it was right here. You can see it's gone now. It's over there. And so as I got the floor in, these came in nice, but for some reason this was just having trouble, so I had to tear this off, and I'm going to redo this today, make sure everything's nice and smooth. What else did I have done? Oh, and I'm learning as I go and doing this kind of work. You see this partition wall here, that's for the new bedroom. Well, if you remember, there used to be like some sheetrock hanging down to about right here. Had left that, and I was trying to save the client some money in the process by leaving as much drywall or sheetrock as possible. But in the end up tearing it all out, start over fresh. Because one thing, it's hard trying to match up this sheetrock with drywall. It's like this. If this house had one layer of sheetrock, then sure, you just put the drywall, you match the dimension or the width or the size of the sheetrock with some drywall, and you screw it to the studs. But in this case, this house has like maybe 2 or 3 layers of sheetrock. So that requires you to put spacers in, or spend too much money and double up on your drywall. So no one's going to do that. I mean, I did that only in the bathroom, but here it'd be better just to buy a 1/2 inch 4x8 sheetrock and drywall and put here, instead of trying to double it up or put spaces in it to match existing sheetrock. So in some cases I will do that, in other cases I won't. It all depends, because see, you know, we don't want to have to tear out all unnecessary wall. Like right here, that wall's good, leave that in there. I'll just patch in right here and patch in right there, and the same for, you know, stuff like this. So yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it's easier and cost effective to do it that way, and sometimes it's best to tear it all out and start over again. And that's something I'm learning. Anytime I have a job and I gotta do something with the walls, don't play around with it. Tear out that whole wall and rebuild it. When I mean tear out the whole wall, I mean tear out all that sheetrock and plaster, whatever they have in there, and just start from scratch. Okay, I'll have some more video of everything later. That is showing you the update of things. You can see this is how it's gonna be over here with the furnace and everything. That'll be all closed in. Got my gas pipe there. You seen that in the last video. That is spliced into both of those. Got my gas line over here for the kitchen, for the range, and got one over here. Where's it at? Here. Got one right there for the laundry dryer. May still run a 30 amp over there, just so people can have convenience of both.